Look at that scene. Just look at that scene. The violence is beautiful. Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to the 5th battle in our 2027 Carrier versus Carrier battle series. Today is Russia versus China. So far we've done US versus China and US won. Then we did UK versus Russia and UK won. Then we did UK versus China and it was a draw, and finally US versus UK and the US won. So today, as an overview, blue is Russia and their southwest, red is China northeast. The Russian 2027 to 2029 carrier group will consist of 1 CV, the Kuznetsov, or the improved Kuznetsov, 6 Gorshkov guided frigates, as they are probably the most potent ships that Russia has for escort, 2 AEW. I'm not sure still what Russia uses as AEW, but it's irrelevant anyway. I need to use borrowed American E-2D AWACS to make the various missiles work. So today, an unrealistic AWACS. On board, her maximum complement of 30 multi-role aircraft. Now, in the previous battle against UK, I used a fictitious modernized version of the Su-33. Reason being, I wanted to give Russia the best chance I could, but lots of you complained. So I've gone for a much more realistic loadout now of 2 squadrons of MiG-29KR. Of course, this is what the MiG-29KR was created for. We've got 15 in fleet defense and we've got 15 in anti-ship. Total, 7 ships and 32 aircraft. Over to China. It's their usual setup. They have 1 CV, the Type 003 Fujian. They have 2 Type 055 destroyers and 4 Type 052D destroyers. I just want to address one viewer complaint that's come up a few times at this point. A lot of you say that I nerf the Chinese carrier group because I only let them use 2 055s instead of 6. And to be honest, that's true. They're so powerful, at least how they're modelled in DCS with their YJ-21 ballistic missiles, that if I use 6, and spoiler alert, they do destroy all of the other carrier groups within 3 minutes. And I can't make a video out of that. I need a battle. I need a 30-40 minute battle. So I've had to nerf them down to 2 055s. Their AEW, instead of KJ600s, they're using borrowed E2Ds, but it's not really going to make any difference. They have a large squadron of 18 J-35As, radar cross-section 0.005 square meters, and 2 squadrons of J-15B for anti-ship. Total 7 ships and 50 aircraft. Distance between each group, the usual 220 land miles. Into the detail, viewers, the blues have their Kuznetsov in the middle here. They have a plane catcher, which is a Gorshkov, and the rest are all Gorshkovs, about 8 by 5 miles, biased towards the threat axis. On board first are her air-to-air or fleet defense MiG-29KRs. All aircraft today are AI and set to veteran skill level. The fleet defense aircraft will have their best possible loadout. 4 R-77M air-to-air missiles with a range of over 100 miles and 2 R-74 modernized Archer missiles. The anti-shippers will have 4 KH-35U modernized KH-35s, range over 100 miles, subsonic anti-ship cruise missiles, and R-74s again for defense. Onto the ships. The Gorshkov is only a frigate, but it's not to be messed with. It has a lot of firepower in it. It has, first, for air defense, 16 9M337 missiles, similar to the Panzer missile. They have, for anti-ballistic, the 9M96M series missile. That's 24. It's the missile you'll see in the S-350 SAM site, rated up to intercepts of Mach 15. 9M100 surface-to-air missile, 32 of them. For offense today, they have 8 3M54T supersonic Kaliber anti-ship missiles, 4 P800 Oniks supersonic anti-ship missiles. This is a slightly out-of-date slide. They also have 4 Zircon ballistic missiles as well. And from memory, we maxed the speed of the Zircon out at about Mach 7 with an impact velocity, I think it was about Mach 4. In terms of China, the formation is obviously symmetrical. We've got the CV there, we've got 055 there, 055 there, and the others are 052D. On board, we have Fleet Defense, their J-35 aircraft. Not in service yet, but I expect them to be in service by 2029, which is the latest date that that this series is covering. On board, I'm still not fully sure exactly what they can carry, so I'm going with conservative estimates of 4 missiles internally in their stealth bay. I've given them 2 PL-15 long-range missile, range of 120 miles, and 2 close-range PL-10 missiles. In terms of their anti-ship, 2 squadrons of J-15B, each carrying 2 YJ-12 supersonic anti-ship missiles and 2 self-defense missiles. If you remember, anti-ship aircraft in DCS cannot use medium or long-range radar-guided missiles, so the best I can give them is IR-guided self-defense. In terms of their ship, debatably the world's most powerful escort ship, we have 2 Renhai class Seaways. Obviously, I forgot to mention, but all these ships have Seaways or similar. HHQ-10 short-range surface-to-air defense 24 missiles. The dreaded HHQ-9B long-range SAM, 72 of those. Land attack cruise missile, not relevant for today. YJ-18 supersonic anti-ship missile, 16. The dreaded YJ-21 hypersonic ballistic missile, 8 of those each, which will max out faster than the Zircon today at Mach 10, impact velocity around Mach 5 from memory. And finally, the 052D, similar but a few less missiles and without the YJ-21. And that's the setup, viewers. At this point, I like to make a guess as best I can. I've tested the flights in isolation to make sure everything works, and it does, but I haven't tested everything together. As you probably know by now, I like to do this because I like to keep the narration unscripted. I don't really want to know what happens, so I'll give you some exciting narration as we go. I have to say China's got to win this, right? They're the only one here with 5th gen air-to-air fighters, which obviously, as we know, just wipe out this smash 4th gen fighters. Their anti-shippers are probably about equal to the MiG-29 anti-shipper, but they've got twice as many of them. Both sides have ballistic missiles, but I think China has more of them. In fact, I think China just has more missiles all round. So I think in every aspect, China wins. That's what I'd have to put my money on, but let me know your predictions before we go. And let's go. Okay, welcome in. 3, 2, 1, unpause. Off we go. What's today going to be like? I have not the foggiest. But let's start with Russia. Let's try and see some ships. Here we have the Borshkov, 6 of them there. We have the carrier, and already starting. Bloody hell. And we've got our MiG-29s there. The scoreboard, as you can see, will count the missiles, but it's quite small, so I'll let you know. 14 missiles fired by Russia, 60 missiles fired by Russia, 2 missiles fired by China. Zircon is airborne. Also, Kaliber is airborne. P-800 is airborne. Jumping over to China, a slower start from them. YJ-18 is airborne. I guess that's similar to the Kaliber, actually. YJ-21 is airborne. 28 missiles fired by Russia. Russia is more aggressive. Look at that. 28 missiles fired by Russia. Only 11 by China. I suspect it's just a slow start from China because we know how heavy they are on their initial anti-ship missiles. In fact, an interesting talking point today is that both of these factions, Russia and China, both heavily rely on their initial bombardment from their missiles. They've always been like that since they've had their carrier groups pretty much. Okay, China's catching up now. 20 anti-ship missiles fired. Let's have a look at the speeds out of interest. YJ-21 is 3,800 knots. Zircon is 3,600 knots. So these guys go up to Mach 10. These guys go up to Mach, I think about Mach 8. Is the best information we can find. This has an impact velocity of about Mach 4, I think, from what we said it. And the YJ-21 Mach 5 to Mach 6. SAM's coming out now from the Chinese. A huge barrage as we focus in on the Renhai class. We've got 9 HHQ-9Bs from 2 vessels. This is actually a derivative of the modernized S-300 missile. We've got ballistic missile versus ballistic missile, so we're going to try and keep track as best we can. Note the Zircon got to the center first, even though it's slower. That's presumably just because it was fired first of all. Right, Zircon. Is Zircon going to get intercepted? It's not a stealth missile, neither is the YJ-21. And both these carrier groups have anti-ballistic missiles. No idea yet. 46 SAMs fired by China, 24 anti-ship missiles. I'm going to have to keep zooming in and zooming out to find out what's going on here, viewers. Okay, Zircon has made it through the initial SAM defense. 60 anti-ship missiles fired by China, and they're still pumping them out. All HHQ-9s and cancelled missiles there. 70 SAMs there. Oh, we're gonna have to watch from here, I think, viewers. We're gonna have to do a bit of pausing, I think, just to find out who intercepts what. Zircon is being intercepted by HHQ-9. That is well within the remit of possibility. Now what's happening with YJ-21? Is that going to get intercepted? We're down to Mark 6. I'm just looking on the scoreboard for any missing ships. Nothing's been hit yet. Zircon has not got through. YJ-21's getting taken out. Now what about Zircon? Zircon Barrage 1 did not make it through. Too much defense. What about YJ-21 first barrage? It's going to make it through. It's going to make it through. Could we have a 3-minute war game? It's made it. Oh, bloody hell, that was close. Talk about leaving to the last minute, and they're just making intercepts with probably the 9M96. It's designed for this. It's an active Seekerhead missile designed for anti-ballistic work, and they are working just in the nick of time. I think they had to wait for enough speed to be scrubbed off these missiles, and they're intercepting them at about Mark 5.5 by the looks of it. Wowee, that was a close threshold there. Already an exciting battle. I must admit, I don't have a horse in the race here, so I don't really care who wins, and that's actually kind of nice for me, to be honest, for once. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just going to enjoy the spectacle. We're going to get one through. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is going to be a good battle, isn't it? This is going to be a great battle. Oh, these battles really are the best, aren't they, viewers? China have fired 56 anti-ship missiles, 107 SAMs, HHQ-10 and 9B, and they're now shooting down the Kalibers at moderate range. Of course, they can't see them, but the AWACS can see them. The AWACS sends the guidance information back. Russia have fired 39 anti-ship missiles and 112 SAMs, and there's a type of SAM we're missing, the 9M100 series. Doesn't appear to be on a scoreboard, annoyingly. I apologise for that, viewers. I've just realised I've made an error in setting up the scoreboard, but never mind, we can do without it. We can assume they fired probably about half as many 9M100s as 9M96s. There's always something I forget. There's so much to concentrate on when setting up these battles. Right, I must concentrate. So the YJ-18 are heading in, and they're going to be hit by the 9M96 by the looks of it. Now what about this massive Zircon? Oh, another Zircon just got in. Now could a Zircon sneak in? They can't seem to bleed ballistically, but could they sneak in behind a barrage of supersonic missiles? I don't know. P-800 and Kaliber being intercepted moderately easy by 9B missiles. China have fired 64 anti-ship missiles, 164 SAMs. Russia have fired 44 anti-ship missiles, and if my guess is right, about 190 SAMs, bearing in mind the ones that I've missed off. China have costed over $600 million. Russia have costed only $200 million. Wow. They are cheap, those 9M96, actually, so that's probably what it is. Plus, as I said, I've missed one of the missile types off the scoreboard. Following YJ-18 now, they can't seem to get past Russia's defense. 170 SAMs fired, but according to the scoreboard, both sides have fired 170 SAMs. Now let's have a look here. More missiles, more anti-ship missiles in the air by China. I'm aware the aircraft are taking off, viewers, but I suppose I better quickly look at it then. MiG-29s in air-to-air loadout with 4 RS-77M missiles and defense missiles. They're burning, which means they're heading into combat now. It's not as good as the Su-33M, that's a fictitious aircraft that we created, but it's what you wanted. You want it more realistic, so I've given you more realistic. The J-35A, not in service yet, the equivalent of the American F-35, with its 4 missiles. It's all about the anti-ship missiles at the moment, as it is always for both these factions. Now, here's the problem with China. They just pump out so many anti-ship missiles. It's absolutely relentless. Russian ships simply aren't as big. They simply don't carry as many aggressor missiles, so I have to favour the aggressor missiles to the China. But one thing I've noticed is YJ-21 has now been depleted. So it's now supersonic missiles versus supersonic missiles plus any Zircons that are airborne. China have fired 190 SAMs. Russia have fired 180 SAMs plus a few 100 series. More Zircons going in. Now, if only Russia had fired all of their Zircons at once, they might have got some through. Why didn't they do that? Unfortunately, I have no way of deciding that. Both sides are set up identically, viewers. What they shoot is all up to the game brain, and the game brain says it didn't want to fire all of them. So it's a shame, but so be it. Now, could we have got one through here? It's unlikely. The self-defense missiles are just too good. Zircon's just not quite fast enough. No. Well, let's keep going on. So the main thrust of the attacks have been defeated. It's now more about attrition, as it tends to be in most of these battles nowadays. The defense is just so good on all of these carrier groups that it's really a case of wearing them down. Who runs out of missiles first? Cost to China, $800 million. Cost to Russia, $250 million, plus probably $50 million worth of missiles that I missed. There they are. These are the ones that I missed, viewers. The 9M100 series. They're cheaper missiles and smaller missiles and less effective missiles. They're close-in missiles. Now, here's interesting. The MiG-29s are going after the YJ-18s. That's, if it wants to do that, it'll do that. They're going after the YJ-18s. Look, are they going to make successful intercepts? I don't know. I personally think it's a real waste of an aircraft to do that. But as I said, I can't really stop them. I force them out onto the wings here before I let them fight. That's my attempt to stop them. But there's only once they're fighting, they'll do what they want, basically. Probably won't make much difference. Right, China, anti-shipping has finally stopped, but I've got to concentrate on it because we could still see missiles get through. Look at that melee going on. And I've seen them get through before against modern carrier groups. But the defense from Russia is good, and we saw the defense being good against the British fight. If one got through, has one got through? It's got... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I got hit by a phalanx, I think. It's so hard to get these in time before they get blown up. I'm aware the air war is starting, so I will focus on it shortly. 100 series, really paying for their price tag. They've done it. They've survived the Chinese anti-ship strike. Look at this. These MiG-29s have gone all the way back to base, chasing the missiles in. It's a stupid waste of fuel, but at least they didn't waste their weapons. Oh, when we've got air-to-air fighting going on now. China fired a staggering 240 SAMs, well, defending themselves. Russia have fired 190, probably about the same, probably about 240. The J-35s are in, not sure what they're aiming at, because this guy's about to come and friggin' snipe them. They fired a PL-15 at, amazingly, it looks like this guy over here, 100 miles away. Not sure why this guy isn't getting attacked, but no, it's not. It's bent. He's going for this guy. Right. More anti-shipping is happening, but it's kind of starting to dribble in from the Russia now. I don't suspect much. Look at how he's having to make these PL-15s bend. It's scrubbing the speed right off them. A MiG has somehow got in range of a J-35. It's just bad flying from J-35, I'm afraid. Often the first air-to-air engagement in these battles is a bit weird, as the code kind of gets initialized. And then it tends to sort itself out. J-35 got fired at. Really shouldn't have, but it's kind of a him problem, to be honest. More missiles dribbling in from Russia here. I noticed that China have only fired 64 anti-ship missiles, and I know they've got more than that. So I don't know if they're holding on, or again, to be honest, it could very much be the scoreboard. I have to set it up each time, and sometimes I just make errors, and I apologise for that, viewers, if I've done that. Improved Adder heading in, capable of 105 nautical miles officially, and we've got our first plane down, and it's a 5th-gen aircraft. I was not expecting that, but like I said, viewers, sometimes the first battle just goes a bit weird as stuff gets sorted out. And of course, retaliation from a PL-15 shoots down the MiG, and incoming the MiGs now. Oh, right, how exciting. We've got a PL-15 dribbling its way forward at Mark 3, 64,000 feet. It's going to drop down on the head of a MiG-29. A MiG... No, sorry, I knew that was destroyed. Yeah, like I said, I've probably missed some of the Chinese anti-ship missiles off the scoreboard for some reason, which means it will affect their cost as well. And that cost is up to over $1 billion, even without those extra missiles. That's the cost of all those missiles, all those SAMs being fired. 270 SAMs being fired by China. And they have no real choice but to fire them. They often double tap. So 2 missiles per thing they're trying to intercept. That's probably what happened in real life, because you can't let one through. If you let one of those Zircons through, or one of these through, they're carrier killers. So you have to fire all these missiles. You've got no real choice but to do it. PL-15's fired at extreme range. They look so slow now. Now we're used to looking at hypersonic missiles. Mark 4 just looks so slow. Last Kaliber in. Officially, according to the scoreboard, 64 anti-ship missiles fired by China, 80 fired by Russia. And no, here came a bunch more. They are the Kaliber series supersonic missile. More J-35s heading in here, and they're going to start wiping out the 4th-gen aircraft, obviously, with their PL-15. Remember, MiG can only shoot J-35 at 20 miles due to the radar cross-section. J-35 can shoot MiG at the max range of the missile, pretty much about 100 miles. So it's 100% going to be a one-way fight here. As good as the MiG-29 in this is, and it's good, there is no 4th-gen plane that can take down stealth in an open area like this. We're about to see him try. If I were to be worried for China, which I'm not, but if I were, I would say they're using up their SAMs so quickly. 290 SAMs used up. I can't remember how many they have. You guys always seem to know better than me. My guess is about, I don't know, 400. Like I said, they tend to double tap, so 2 missiles for every missile fired at them. Although, looking at this, it's actually, they've used a lot more. I don't know why that is, but Russia just will not run out of Kalibers. They are being... Russia, as the underdog here, and I think you'll agree Russia is the underdog, are doing bloody brilliantly. Smaller ships, smaller planes, smaller missiles, smaller everything. And they're the ones that are aggressing China. A missile fired by MiG-29, but it was fired off-board. They tend, the code seems to have changed slightly in DCS, and they tend to fire off-board. And it slows the missiles down, although this one's actually gained its speed back pretty well. This is the improved as I called it, not quite in full service yet. Is it going to trap the stealth? It might. It's got a decent seeker head on it, or at least as we've modelled it. It will. How about that? Oh, it's a dodge! Well, that's what stealth can do for you viewers. It's very unlikely a MiG could have done that, and another one's happening here. Bosh, and... Oh, it's a SAM! SAM reached all the way out there. Yes, right. So the SAMs have been shooting at the aeroplanes as well. That's why I've seen lots of these SAMs just blowing up, because they've been shooting at the aeroplanes and had to cancel for some reason. Yeah, well within range, 126 nautical miles. Look, and this guy here is getting chased by an air-to-air missile, PL-15, and a SAM. I have to say, he's a dead man, viewers. He can't escape AWACS, even if he goes out of line of sight. He's gone out of line of sight, but the AWACS is still going to guide the missiles in within terminal parameters, when the missile will guide themselves in at that point. Right, who's going to get there first? I put my money on the the 9B. It's a modified, improved variant of the S300 series. I've forgotten the designation of the missile now, but... Oh, look at these J-35s. They are chasing the Kalibers in. They're trying to kill the Kalibers. Look at that. To be honest, it's not that stupid, because what they can do, thinking about it, is just leave their SAMs to shoot down the MiG-29. What they're probably doing is leaving their SAMs to shoot down the MiG-29s, because they don't want to fight if they don't have to, and they've decided to chase missiles. So it's all done by threat analysis in DCS. It messes up sometimes, I agree, but they've decided the best threat is to go for these. So HHQ-9s reaching out and touching MiG-29s all the way back there. I saw some anti-shippers out. Some anti-shipper. The first squadron, first flight of anti-shippers are out. They've got 4 KH-35U, the modernised boosted variant of the KH-35, range over 100 miles. Otherwise similar to the modernised variant of the American Harpoon missiles. Now, do we have any anti-shippers? And the anti-shippers are out here, carrying a very different type of missile, a supersonic YJ-12. They can only carry 2 of them because they're extremely heavy. A thing's been blown up. A white, God, words are hard. Words are very hard. A 052D has been destroyed. What killed it? When did it happen? I have no idea. Well, I just told you. I told you it can happen. Seemingly innocent missiles like the Kaliber can sneak through, giving the right environment, the right line of sight, attacking at the right angle at the right time. And that's what's happened. It shows if you just throw missiles at stuff long enough, it's going to hit. Wow, dodge that PL-15, not easy to do. This one's been chased down by a PL-15. This one's been attacked by an adder. Evaded it with his radar cross-section. So, although the ship's not blown up and it's not on the scoreboard, wow, and look at that. 1 stealth down, 8 MiG-29s down. That's the difference in tech we've got here. I'm not sure where the battle is to watch now, viewers. This could be a massive upset to China if Russia has somehow drained all their defenses. 330 SAMs fired. They're not outlet. They're onto HQ-10s, but they've got 70 HQ-10s each, so they ain't going to run out. Right, most of these J-35s now have decided to go for the anti-missile. Look, they're just chasing the missiles down. They've decided the threat is not the MiG-29s, which, as I said, to be honest, is kind of correct. The MiG-29s pose very little threat to them. This one's chasing them down, though. Probably not going to catch him. We'll see. 9 MiG-29s down. I can't see what it is. Because they're being taken out by the SAMs here at long range, which is, there's your problem with attacking a carrier group with 4th gen planes. SAMs are so good nowadays that they'll hit you from 160 miles away. Make it SM-6 from America. Make it 9B from China. Are we going to get any more strikes? I doubt it. I suspect that was a bit of a fluke. But you know what? Wars can be won on fluke, viewers. That ship can't fire now, so it's taken a whole ship's worth of SAMs out of action. It's depleted the Chinese by a 6th, which is a lot. And it's going to hit a Red Knight class. Jesus Christ. Russia are playing with fire. They've moved from salvoing loads of missiles to only salvoing, putting 1 missile in. And there's the danger. That 1 missile can miss. As you saw there, they're going to lose the 055. Oh. What is right? What's the right way to defend? I don't know. 3 J-35 down to 9 MiG-29 down. The J-35 are coming back into air-to-air rather than air-to-missile. Another PL-15 dropping from freaking orbit on this guy's face. Oh, beaten kinematically. Well done, mate. Oh, the anti-shippers are out. The anti-shippers have fired their missiles. Sorry for missing that, viewers. They fired 12 sea-hugging subsonic KH-35U missiles. Look how they come in a salvo as well. That's such a dangerous thing for a carrier group to come in like that. So there's massive benefits of that. And just as I speak, no, sorry, I thought these guys were firing. They're not fired yet, but they're climbing. They're about to fire. This is turning into a great battle, viewers, and I still have no idea who's going to win. Wow, 5 stealths down. I did not expect that, viewers. I don't know where it's happening. Friendly fire, running out of fuel. Oh, wow, 2 more Kalibers. Apart from these 2 Kalibers, all shipborne missiles are fired finally. We've now got 12 KH-35s in the air. We've got more anti-shippers from Russia who are really starting to take off at a fast rate now. And we now have the Mark IV capable YJ-12s out from the J-15s. We now have air-launch anti-ship missiles in the air from both sides. J-35s have now gone full air-to-air. As you can see, PL-15s are chasing away MiG-29s. MiG-29s are very, very fast aircraft. They're actually, as we've got the model, the fastest, most hardest accelerating aircraft in the game, apart from, you know, silly, crazy mods that we do. Their main problem is their fuel. They just run out of fuel pretty quick. 5 J-35s down to 11 MiG-29s down. What have I missing next? More anti-shippers heading in, J-15s. Another PL-15 working its way, Mark III, to this MiG-29. No ships officially down yet. All to play for, viewers. Look how good, look how powerful kinematics. A full 9G sustained turn. Possibly more. And it will beat missiles. Maybe not this one. Just too fast. Pop. So the anti-ship missiles have crossed mid-air. He's going to shoot them. He's gone to shoot them, look. That's a good thing. Use of a J-35 right now. He's going to intercept them. He's going to turn around and he'll probably kill them with ease because they're slow. That's a lovely new feature of the game we've got recently. I mean, it's a pain in the ass in some ways, but in some ways it's also quite cool and probably pretty realistic as well. Your main priority is not, you know, to protect your aircraft carrier. And that's a good way of protecting your aircraft carrier. Especially with a salvo 12 like that. It's so dangerous. I have no idea what's going to happen now, viewers. I just don't even have the foggiest. Even my isolated testing, I never got this far on various little bits. So there's one more Kaliber working its way in. The other one's been shot down by a J-35. All of these guys now are going to start firing their missiles at these KH-35s. Will they actually do any damage? Well, they've probably taken quite a few down. Right, here's another MiG-29 evading a PL-15 that's been in the air for about 20,000 minutes. Oh, unlucky. Look, he just got tapped. No, he didn't. The power of the MiG-29 Viewington Bowingtons. Smash. More. Oh, look, he just shot a missile at these guys when they had released their KH-35s. Too late, sir. Well, as it stands so far, viewers, Russia is winning. I say again, Russia is winning because one Chinese ship has been hit and no Russian ships have been hit, and the ships are what we really care about. All J-35s now are attacking the KH-35s. They're doing a pretty shabby job at it, but they've almost certainly shot other missiles down, so I'm sure they'll get their S together soon. How are the KH-35s doing? They're still a ways out, much slower, obviously. Right, here we go. YJ-12s on the Russian carrier. What's going to happen? Well, the Russian carrier easily have the ability to shoot them down, but do they have the missiles left? It says 192 have been used, but I'd say it's more like 250 have been used, maybe even more with the ones I've missed. I've asked them to attack the carrier, viewers, but as you probably realised by now after watching these, they often do... No, they are! It's going to go to the carrier! Could we see an exit from Russia here? They're not defending. They're not defending. They can't defend. Something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong and it's got through on the carrier! What happened there? Oh, it missed! I don't know what to say about that. A thing happened. I've never seen that in all my 8 years of doing this. One got through when it shouldn't have, but then missed. Hit a few hundred feet behind. Now, I know CH has been adding inaccuracy to his missiles. You know, not just Chinese, but everyone's missiles. So some miss. It's like a randomizer and some will miss. To add a bit of, you know, realism and excitement in. Maybe that was what we saw. Maybe we saw a bug. I don't know. As we see YJ-12s crossing with KH-35s, and now the gloves are off from Russia. They're moving in. How many are there? Are there 12? There's still 12, so they've just not managed to kill them for some reason. Maybe they're just out of parameters. They're probably, I don't know what it is, too low? I definitely saw them shooting the supersonic missiles down. Now, for some reason, they can't kill the subsonic missiles. So be it. Right, loads more anti-ship missiles coming from Russia, and still absolutely no idea who could win this. I love these games that go right down to the... I think all of them have gone right down to the line, pretty much, in this 2027 series. Just shows how well everything's kind of balanced, and mainly everything's working. Everything's just working. If you watch the previous era battles... Obviously, I wasn't as good at setting them up, the CH wasn't as good, and we had errors. And it's very rare to find errors now, which means that the battle goes on longer, which I like. Still, these guys can't kill them. They're out some AI parameter. So be it. That's their fault. Humans would be able to do it, strangely, so I have my humans in now. They could probably tab these KH-35s pretty easily, but... Look at him. I suspect it's too low. It's confusing as that little AI brain. Right, China have fired 360 SAMs, Russia have fired, my guess, about 260 SAMs, and we've got the net. Oh, look, it's all 6 in at once now. I reckon, based on what we saw, this might make it in. First one nearly got in last time, as you remember. I reckon Russia's out of SAMs. Right, don't miss, you friggin' idiot. It's not gonna miss. It's not, it's a kill, it's dead. Russian carrier is yet kaput! It's dead. Wowee. Oh, it's not dead. Okay. Well, although the life bar system didn't quite work, viewers, we could probably call that dead. I mean, 4 YJ-12s just hit it. Let's carry on the battle anyway. One way or another, that's not... Oh, there were SAMs left. Look at that. They just failed. Failed. The 9M100 isn't... Oh, no, it is rated for this intercept. I don't know why the 9M100 didn't do well. Oh, look, this guy's trying to land on the blown-up carrier. There's another guy out of fuel. Good luck with that, mate. Well, technically, the battle's still on, so we will follow it, viewers. And the first KH-35s are now getting in. The J-35 pilots have been complete idiots and failed. So it's now up to the defense, and I'm ever so slightly worried for China that there's no defense left. That said, Seawiz should make moderately short work of them. He fired. Look, they are firing. Oh, the missiles are missing. The missiles are missing. It turned around and went back up. Well, I said we won't have any bugs today, viewers. We've got a weird PL-10 thing going on. I mean, obviously, we don't test shooting PL-10s at KH-35, so we'll never find out about these kind of errors. Okay, HQ-10s are taking them down easily. Now, here's the thing about a subsonic non-stealth missile. They're incredibly easy to take down, viewers. There's lots of time to shoot them down. They're easy to see. There's not much they have in their repertoire for taking down Chinese ships. So, also note the Chinese ships have gone out of formation. I've never seen that before. Lots of firsts today. Look how the 055s have gone out of formation. Now, why is that, I wonder? I'm not the foggiest. They've gone into maybe a covering formation on the carrier, or... I don't know. There's always code changing in the background, and I never really understand what happens. But all anti-ship missiles are out from Russia. They've got nothing left. They've got 12 there, 12 there, 12 there, and 12 there. The J-35s are being useless now, but they've got nothing left to do. They've got no planes to shoot down, no active planes to shoot down. They're probably running low on fuel as well with the shenanigans. Right, viewers, here we go. YJ-12, what is it going to target now? Against Russia, which can't defend itself. Technically, Seawiz can sort of take this down, so I'm surprised Seawiz didn't shoot them down, but I guess they're going pretty fast, aren't they? Now, this is interesting. They're not going for the or are they? Inexorably, they turn towards the carrier. No, they're not going for... Yes, they are going for the carrier. Yeah, they're going to finish it off. Russia's dead. Russia have fought hard, but they've got nothing left. Viewers, they've just been smacked and smacked and smacked and smacked. And they've drained it. They're the ship. Huh. Look at that. They missed the first one again. Wow, did you see that? Explosion. What was that? And the carrier's dead! The carrier's dead! I do make a lot of mistakes on the COS viewers. The COS is almost certainly completely wrong of that carrier. I would have used an old COS because we use this as the old version as well. I also know I made a massive error with the British carrier COS. I put twice as much in as it was supposed to be because I misread the thing from Wikipedia. Right, well, Russia's dead and out, I'm afraid. Russia haven't won a single war game so far, but it is the weakest. Oh my god, what did I just do? Let's make that go away? Don't know what that was, viewers. Anyway, yeah, Russia, they are the weakest carrier group here. They've got the smallest air wing as per real life. They've got the smallest carrier as per real life. They've got the smallest escort ships as per real life. So it's not going to be a huge surprise to anyone that they're not going to win these battles against massive carrier groups. Now, interestingly, last time I asked them to get rid of the carrier, they didn't do it. They went for everything but the carrier. It's so weird how it works, isn't it, viewers? And I would love to know more about it, but I don't know. Oh, look, and this time they intercepted the first one and ignore the rest. Huh. I think what's happened is there's just one ship with missiles left, viewers. I don't think we can tell. Probably this one. And it's just not enough to take down all of those 6. Oh, look at it smash into it. It's just not enough to take down 6 supersonics, is it? Well done, China. China, you win. Well, I don't know yet. It might be a draw. I mean, you got 24 coming in at once. You never know. You never friggin' know. Right, so distance of these KH-35s is less than 10 miles. Wow, look at all those planes. What are they doing? What are they doing? J-35s are... Oh, they're chasing the anti-ship missiles. They're chasing the anti-ship missiles. Oh, the carrier's exposed. What's happened to their formation? The carrier's exposed. What have they done? I deliberately put them in a formation that protects the carriers. The picket's gone. The picket's over there. I've never seen this before. The picket's gone. The whole idea is you have the carrier protected by a picket screen. Oh my god, we're going to get a friggin' draw here. Why have they done it? They must have got confused somehow. Oh god, I'm lost. Where's... No, they defended it. Oh, they defended it. We've seen some weird stuff today. But here comes 24 more. They can still... That's the carrier's using its Sea Whiz. Look at that scene. Just look at that scene. The violence is beautiful. We're gonna get through. Oh my god. This is absolutely menacingly. The carrier's hit. The carrier's hit. Oh, these just are the best. They are the best, aren't they, viewers? Unbefriggin-leavable. China is out of missiles at 418 missiles. Oh no, the carrier's not sunk. Or is it? The carrier's not sunk. It's not sunk. I can't count it as sunk. I can count it as damage, but not sunk, viewers. Planes everywhere trying to land chaotically. These planes are damaged. They won't get off the carrier now. What absolute madness. But there's another 24 missiles coming in. And if we get the same hit rates, that's China out too. This is just the weirdest battle. And look at all these air wing of J-15 flankers. And J-35s. One just crashed or got blown up somewhere, apparently. I'm not sure they can land on the carrier now. They're going to have to switch to Bordeaux. Place your bets. What's it going to do? Can we have a Chinese ship down? Can we have a Chinese carrier down? This guy's going down. He is going down to land. The anti-ships are still taking off. Look at that. They got... Well done. Look at that guy there. Landed in the smoke. He's decided to put himself in the smoke and put his canopy up. Don't you know smoking is bad for you? Flares going out. Oh! Man, this game's getting weird. Probably best pretend you didn't see that kamikaze Chinese guy. Oh, this is so fun. It's because he ran out of fuel. He ran out of fuel waiting for his turn. And he just had to jettison over the carrier. Oh, this is so fun. Viewers, I'm having fun, a rare amount of fun for me, and I hope you're having fun too, viewers. Our next bunch are in. 12 more KH-35s, and they've not repaired their picket, and I'm not going to do it for them. Well, I can't do it for them. I've never seen a formation. It must have been the damaged one that somehow messed up the picket line. And it's so important to have your picket line, viewers. I mean, it's literally life or death, even in modern battles. Because the missiles are stupid. They go for the first things in front of them kind of thing, and they'll go for the picket line. It's through. Oh, Sakamoto. Sakamoto, no, want to live. It's through. Ah. Let it through. Yeah! Carrier's still not dead. Weil das nicht kaputt ist. All those aeroplanes running out of fuel. Boom! Still No, it's not dead. Come on. We're already dead. 12 more. They're going to get through. What a weird ending, viewers. What a weird ending to this one. Planning ahead to the debrief now. It's dead. It's dead. Unbelievable. I have no idea how to debrief this, viewers. I don't know what happened there. What an amazing battle. As a neutral viewer, I couldn't ask for a better battle than that. Wow, what happened there? As a neutral viewer, I couldn't ask for... What happened there? Or there? Man, this is weird. No idea what that is. Right, I'm going to sip of tea and try and debrief the hell out of that, viewers. Right. Oh, God. So there was a massive initial supersonic and hypersonic missile engagement, and no one won. Oh, no. One got through. One got through and damaged this guy, which may have actually been why China got hit in the end. Because this guy got hit by a fluke missile. A fluke Kaliber got through, as just happens sometimes. For some reason, that messed the AI up, and they changed formation around this guy. It's almost like they tried to picket this guy instead of the carrier. Because look where they picket. They now picket in the damaged guy. And just ignore the carrier, which made the carrier vulnerable. Once a carrier, carrier can't defend itself very well. You need escort ships. Just the weirdest thing, viewers. Then the air war started, and the MiG-29s obviously struggled. They were against 5th-gen aircraft, and they were against a SAM that could hit them at 150 miles. So, they were all shot down pretty quickly and didn't really achieve much. They managed to shoot some J-35s down, and I'm aware there's 10 down now, but this was because they're running out of fuel and doing stupid things now or whatever. Then the Naval MiG-29s just made it up and got their missiles off, and they got through in the end because of the misshapen group, which is just amazing. But at the same time, obviously, their YJs ran Russia out and destroyed them first. So it was an initial win from China, but a kind of fluke draw from Russia. Also, the J-35s did badly. They spent most of their time, I saw them chasing missiles down. Now, I can't stop them doing that. I found a functioning game, but it doesn't work, or it doesn't do what it says it's supposed to do. So I can't, there's no way I've got to stopping them chasing those missiles down. What they should have been doing is attacking the anti-shipping these guys, the MiG-29s. And if they did that, they would never have fired their missiles, and they would have never have lost their carrier. It's something to do with threat, viewers. Remember what I said, all decisions in DCS are made by threat. And for some reason, they see the threat bigger on the missiles than they do on the anti-shipping MiG-29s. Now, I don't have any control over that, so there's nothing I can do. I can't, add threat value to something. It doesn't work like that. They assess the weapons that they've got and how fast they're going and stuff, and they make a decision. And the simple fact is that they didn't decide them as a threat. They just made a massive tactical error. But it is how it is, viewers. I can't lie. In the end, it is a draw. And then, like I said, initial win to China, but they just messed up massively. They had all the firepower to win that without losing anything, and they didn't. As I said, mainly caused by a fluke missile that got through. Really interesting. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that, viewers. I'm going to go sign off and try and get my voice back. I hope you enjoyed that, and bye-bye.